Hello everyone, I am back with another vintage Avon brochure. This one is from 1949. Okay, let's get started. Okay, here we're talking about, or they are talking about Avon quality products, Avon, New York, Chicago, Kansas City, Pasadena, and Montreal. And here they're talking about, probably about the history of Avon, which I've already discussed in a couple of other videos that I made. I'm not going to go into that today. And they're talking about Avon's commitment to service, of course, and its commitment to quality products, which I'm sure most of you know already that Avon has high standards. Okay, so let's skip over to the interesting stuff. Okay, here they're talking about Avon harmonized lipstick and nail polish. They've divided most women into 4 categories here. You have blonde, brunette, Titian, and silver to white. So we know blondes, we know brunettes, Titian, that means red hair, silver to white, those are for older women who are, turning gray or who have white hair. Okay, nowadays, we have this Color Me Beautiful theory, which came out in the 1980s. Somebody wrote a book about that. I don't remember the author's name, but it says pretty much that most people fall into 4 categories. There's 4 seasons. There is winter, spring, summer, and autumn. And every human being on the planet falls into one of those 4 categories. And since then, since the author came out with that original concept, they've since expanded on that idea, and they have those 4 seasons divided into subgroups. Like, for example, if you're spring, there's a warm spring, there's a light spring, a true spring, I think. I don't remember all the categories, but, something like that. Okay, so there's 4 basic categories, 4 seasons. Okay, back then they didn't have this theory, the Color Me Beautiful theory. This is the way that they divided people into these 4 categories: blonde, brunette, Titian, silver to white. Okay, and these are the suggestions. It's telling you which colors would look best on you. For example, if you're blonde, if you have very light skin, you would look good in pink tinge. If you're medium, pink rose or ripe cherry, dark pink rose or bright red, ruddy, I think that means if you have reddish undertones, sun gold or bright red. So if you're a natural blonde, for example, if you're born blonde, you had blonde hair when you were little. I'm not talking about somebody who dyes their hair blonde. I'm talking about somebody who was naturally blonde when they were little. You're either a summer or spring. I am a spring. I did have blonde hair when I was little, but my hair was a golden blonde. It's now a dark golden blonde. And I have warm yellowish undertones to my skin. I'm very fair. If you are a summer, then you have bluish undertones. And how, for example, summers look good in colors with cool undertones. Springs look better in colors with warm undertones. Okay, then they have the brunette category, the Titian, that's for redheads, and silver to white. So I'm not going to go into all of these different colors, but you get the idea. I'm not going to say that this was perfect, but this is what they had to go by, and it's pretty spot on. Makeup has come a long way since these days. This is 1949, so this has been well over half a century ago. So makeup and the color selections have come a long way since then. Now, if you've watched any of my videos that I've made in the past, you probably will have seen this illustration in one of the videos that I made. This is from, this appeared in a different catalog, like from the 1950s. So this is a catalog from 1949. They're using the same picture, but that's okay. They're showing these lipstick shades here, going from very dark to very light. If you are, if you're a person who, if you have blue undertones in your skin, you would look better in these shades. If you have yellow undertones in your skin, you would look better in these shades. If you're darker, obviously, you would look better in shades like Congo Red or Target Red or Blue Jewel. And if you were lighter, you would look better in Pink Tinge or Pink Rose. For me, I would only choose these shades, the lightest ones, because I'm very fair. Sun Gold would probably be a good one for me, but I would, definitely not look good in Congo Red or Target Red or Blue Jewel. Those would look terrible on me. It says here, select your lipstick shade and request the harmonizing rouge by the same name. And you could also choose a nail polish in the same color. Okay, I'm not going to bother to read all of the fine prints. I love these old illustrations. They're beautiful. And of course, they didn't have nearly as many colors as we do now. This is the nail polish colors that they had back then. They also had nail and cuticle cream, cuticle softener, cling tight, and oily polish remover. And I guess you could buy these like in a set if you wanted to. And here we have the cream rouge. When I was very young, people thought of rouge as being something for older ladies. That's what older ladies would call blush. And the idea was that, if you were young and you had kind of oily skin or acne-prone skin, you should not use cream blush. So for most of my adult life, I've only used powder blushes, but I recently started using cream blushes, and I like those. So we used to think that cream blushes were old-fashioned, but it seems that they're making a comeback. Okay, so obviously these are for darker skins, and these are for lighter skins over here. And they came in a pretty compact. These are single rouge compacts. And you would apply the rouge with these little powder puffs. Avon Dressing Table Rouge. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to bother to read all the fine print to you. That would be boring. Okay, here we have eyeshadow, and they did not have nearly as many shades. I wouldn't have worn these shades if I was living back then. This is Cake Mascara. I just recently found out what this was. This is the kind of mascara that they had back then. This was it. And they had brown or black. Obviously, I'm fair-skinned, so I would wear brown. The same goes for the eyebrow pencil. I would only wear brown. Brown or black were the two color choices. Sorry, I'm going to take a sip of my drink here. My throat is dry. Okay, here we have Avon face powder. Very pretty illustrations. And here we have some makeup charts. Okay, this is for blondes. And, it talks about skin colors. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with foundation colors, the names that they have nowadays. Back then they had for example, if you were light blonde, you would choose natural, medium blonde, Rachel or pink rose, dark blonde, pink rose, Rudy blonde, Rachel. I'm not sure that these are totally accurate, but that's what they had back then. Like I said, I am a spring. I have yellow undertones, so I need something that's warm but fair. Okay, here we have brunettes, light brunette, medium brunette, dark brunette, olive skin brunettes, and the colors that they had back then were Rachel or dusk rose, or Paris tan or rose tan. And here we have Titians. That's another word for redheads, people who are naturally redheaded. Blue-white, that doesn't sound accurate because, redheads are either springs or autumns, and that means that they have yellow undertones in their skin. So I don't know why they have this name blue-white. That doesn't sound accurate, but, whatever. Ivory white, fair with rosy cast, and high-colored titians. That means redheaded with a little bit darker complexions. Silver to white, these are ladies who were either had silver hair or they were going white. People who were either, had some grays in their hair or totally white. What does it say here? The woman with gray hair has one aim when she selects her makeup: to give her skin a fresh and clear a color as she can. If she has a clear, light skin, she selects light makeup, left out that one important word, light. She selects light makeup. If her skin is dark or sallow, she wears deeper toned makeup with a rosy cast. Okay, and here we have the types of makeup foundations. They had cream cake and cream cake. Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Cake makeup or color pickup, whatever that is. And here they have all of the lovely shades that they had to offer back then. Natural, Rachel, Pink Rose, Dusk Rose, Paris Tan, Rosy Tan, and Golden Rachel, and Rachel, or two other ones not mentioned down here. And here we have the cream cake. I'm not going to mention this. They didn't have the liquid foundation in a bottle like we have today. Okay, here we have more cake makeup and color pickup. Finishing lotion for oily skin, designed especially for oily skins which demand a dull, non-oily foundation. After the skin has been properly cleansed, Avon finishing lotion applied according to directions gives a smooth finish to the oily skin and actually helps to improve the complexion. Through the use of this remarkable lotion, makeup stays in place much longer and frequent repowdering is unnecessary. Okay, Avon creams and lotions. Cleansing cream, night creams, skin freshener, astringent, rose gold, cold cream, and special formula cream. Yeah. Okay, here we have Avon cleansing creams and Avon night creams. Avon skin fresheners and Avon astringent. Avon rose cold cream. Avon Special Formula Cream, recommended for all those embarrassing skin blemishes. It is scientifically compounded to help overcome blackheads, pimples, whiteheads, and other similar blemishes. Okay, I'm not going to bother to read all the fine print. Avon facial mask. So, people were concerned about their complexions even back then, having oily skin, blemishes. That was a big concern. Avon facial set. So you could buy the set. Avon complexion cream. It says here, specially prepared to aid in lightening the skin which has been tanned and to assist in hastening the disappearance of light freckles. Okay, so this has probably come a long way since then. Nowadays you can go to, a dermatologist if you want, if you have like freckles that you're not happy with, dark spots, age spots, for example, from being out in the sun. You can go buy like skin brightening pads, skin lightening pads, and I guess this was the same idea. You could apply this to your skin, and the idea was that it was going to lighten those freckles, those dark spots, if you didn't like them. And it wouldn't occur overnight. You'd have to do it over a period of time. Now, I don't know how good these were back then. I imagine that they were probably not that great back then. Maybe they were too harsh on the skin. I don't know. I do know that the famous actress Joan Crawford had freckles, which she would cover up with makeup. Now, remember that Joan Crawford was born in 1905, I think, somewhere around then, early 1900s, and when she was young, you know, freckles were not really considered to be attractive, so she would cover them up with makeup. And sometimes, you know, if the lighting was right, you could actually see her freckles kind of peeking through her makeup. Or in some pictures, you know, that were taken of her where she's not wearing makeup, you could see the freckles. So she was very beautiful, but, you know, freckles were not, you know, they were considered to be just not really that attractive. So, you know, people did try to get rid of them or hide them with makeup. So that was a thing back then. This doesn't surprise me at all, is what I'm trying to say. People would try to lighten their freckles. And new, what is this word? Acquaintance cream lotion. I'm not familiar with Acquaintance. Avon hand cream, Avon hand lotion, Avon luxurious preparations for the bath. They had bubble bath, bath oils, bath salts, Golden Promise Beauty Dust, Acquaintance Beauty Dust, Apple Blossom Beauty Dust. That's the first time I've seen Apple Blossom. Body powders, dusting powder, jasmine dusting powder, talcums. What is that word? Dr. Zabriskie soap, pine soap, limonol soap, facial soap, jasmine soap, and white, how do you say that word? Moire soap. Here we have Avon bubble bath. So even back then, people like soaking in the tub with bubbles. Avon bath oils, Avon bath salts. This is from the Swan Lake collection, and this is jasmine. I don't know what that is. So I'm trying to read it. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Jasmine and pine. I guess, what is that, pine? Okay, yeah, probably. Okay, zoom back out. So this is Golden Promise Beauty Dust over here. Acquaintance Beauty Dust. More Avon Beauty Dust. Delicately tinted apple blossom dusting powder packaged in a stunningly decorated box, fitted with a handsome silk-topped puff. Delightful to use, a beautiful gift, 6-ounce box and puff. I'm not really sure, but I think some of the powders back then contained asbestos, I think. So that's why we don't, you know, they stopped making powders like this. Okay, here we have Cotillion Body Powder. This is Acquaintance, and this is Golden Promise. Now, Cotillion was one that they made for a long time. I think that one came out in the 1930s, and they continued to make it into the 1970s, and maybe even into the 1980s. So it was popular for a while. Okay, Avon Dusting Powder, Avon Jasmine. This one came out in the 1940s. And I love the packaging for Jasmine. The design was very pretty. Avon Talcums. This is Daphne. They have Daphne and Cotillion. Avon Cutaneous Soap. Avon Limonol Soap. This is for like oily skin. Avon Pine Soap. That's scented like pine. Zoom back out. Avon Jasmine Bath Soap. Avon Facial Soap. And this is White Moire. I've never smelled that. You can actually find this on eBay sometimes. You can find this particular fragrance. I've never smelled it. I don't know what it smells like. But the soap is very pretty, this shape. They didn't make it for that long. I don't know why. Fair Lady. So what does this have here? Zoom back out. So the perfumes were Cotillion, Lily of the Valley, Gardenia, and Garden of Love. And this is Golden Duet. Excuse me. Duet. Apologize for that. Golden Duet. In a very pretty box. Acquaintance Set. Gay Bonnet. So you see lipstick here and a little bottle of perfume. I guess this is supposed to be a hat, bonnet. Golden Promise, Golden Promise. This is dusting powder. This is body, what is that, like body powder? Yeah. Perfume in both gift sets. And these are very pretty, but I've never heard of these. These are Happy Hours. And this is Star Bouquet and, what does it say, Memento. Happy Hours Cologne and Talc. Happy Hours Cologne and Perfume. Happy Hours, that's a nice name. Makeup Ensemble, dusting powder, lipstick and rouge. Then we have lipstick and nail polish. It's a little gift set here. What does it say? Okay, color cluster. So we have the rouge, the lipstick, and the nail polish. And here we have the Swan Lake gift set. Here we have the 3-piece gift set, and here we have the 2-piece gift set. And here we have White Moire, the fragrance and the body powder. And here we have Jasmine. Like I said, it's very pretty, the box. And the, well, it's just the design is very pretty. Here we have hair ribbons. This is for little girls. Let me zoom in a little bit. As popular as hair ribbons and little girls' pigtails is this unusually attractive Avon gift set designed for growing up girls from ages 5 to 12. The round, deep box wrapped with a wide rainbow-colored ribbon contains a thrilling grown-up trio of Avon's hand lotion and a, what is that? I can't read it. 5/8 dram bottle of cotillion perfume and cotillion talc. A gift that will set a little girl's eyes dancing with pleasure. That's true. Cotillion sounds actually very grown up for little girls, so I'm actually surprised that they had that. And this is the Lullaby Baby Set. It's for babies. It looks like they have powder, oil, and cream. And here we have, says that's for me. So it looks like it has a beautiful plaid box. It has cake makeup, nail polish, and lipstick. And I guess you could choose whatever shades you wanted. And this is for men, a pleasure cast. So you would have colognes for men, deodorant, shaving cream. Very, very nice. And here we have more men's fragrances. You know, the men's things were always relegated to the back of the catalog. We have names like Olympic. What is this? Cologne for men. Okay, got it. Brushless shave set, Modern Night, Country Club. A Valet and Traveler men's traveling kit. Here's My Heart. I didn't know they came out with Here's My Heart back then. This is 1949. I thought that came out in the 1950s. Wow. So that's very pretty. The box design is very, very pretty. This must have been kind of new. For everyone who loves the finest in perfume, Here's My Heart is a subtle, sophisticated, brilliant fragrance that will surround you with an invisible radiance and weave an irresistible spell. The originality of the package, a heart-shaped box of shocking pink satin with gold piping, gives this perfume a highly dramatic presentation. It is a luxurious and precious gift for someone very special. And here is Ballad perfume. I'm not going to read all of them. Avon perfumes, there's bouquets. Is that the name of the perfume? I've never heard of it. Bouquets. Okay, wait. Precious perfumes that are thrilling to wear. Cotillion, brisk and sparkling, is beautifully presented in a spiral designed crystal bottle. Acquaintance. I'm not going to read all of this. So those are some of the names. Gardenia, Lily of the Valley. And over here we have Golden Promise, right over here. Avon Acquaintance, there we see it again. Golden Promise, American Beauty, Rose Fragrance Jar. And here we have Avon Colognes, White Moray, and Cotillion. Avon Sachets. Acquaintance, it looks like this is, I think it's Golden Promise, Jasmine, White Moray, Cotillion. And here we have Avon Toilet Waters, Bouquet. What does it say? Bouquet Odors? Okay. Whatever. Cotillion Wishing Floral Odors. Sounds like a silly name for a perfume. Am I reading this right? Okay, sorry. Jasmine and Lily of the Valley. Okay. Avon Essentials to Good Grooming. Cream deodorant, perfume deodorant, elite powder, sun lotion, and leg makeup. So back then they had leg makeup. That would have been to cover up things like varicose veins, spider veins, maybe freckles, dark brown spots that people get, as they age. Avon cream deodorant, Avon perfume deodorant. Avon still makes a liquid deodorant today. It must be very popular because they still make it and people still buy it. They still love it. Avon Elite Powder. This is for feet. Avon Sun Lotion. Gives protection against sunburn and repels insects. They didn't have SPF like we do today. And I really doubt that it provided any protection against sunburn, but whatever. That didn't really become a thing until like the 1980s, I think. Avon leg makeup. This is for golden tan, bronze tan, a true golden tan, a rich summer tan. Just to cover up imperfections, like I mentioned before, spider veins, freckles, that kind of thing. So that your legs would look, smooth and even. The coloring would look even, I mean. Avon for efficient dental care, toothpaste, smoker's toothpaste, toothbrushes, antiseptic, dental cream, tooth powder, smoker's tooth powder. So people were concerned about having dark teeth even back then, from smoking too much, drinking too much tea or coffee that would stain the teeth, chewing tobacco or smoking a pipe, all that would stain the teeth. Avon antiseptic, Avon dental cream, Avon tooth powder, toothpaste, tooth powder, smoker's toothpaste, toothbrushes. Okay, I'm not going to go into all of this. This is shampoo with lanolin, cream lotion, hair lotion, amber gel shampoo, Avon liquid shampoo, Avon brilliantine. What is that? Gives dry or loose hair a smooth glossy sheen and assist in keeping it in place. Okay, Avon hairdress. So this is for men. I guess to get that popular look, back then it was just a styling aid, kind of like we have mousse today or gel or whatever. Avon lather shaving cream, brushless shaving cream, Avon shaving stick. That sounds interesting. Avon, what is that? Styptic pencil? Never heard of that before. Shaving soap. Avon after shaving lotion. Avon cologne for men. Avon deodorant for men. Avon talc for men. Perfection household products. So there's powder cleanser, Avon spots out, shoe white, mothicide, silver cream polish, and furniture polish. So we saw some of these same products in the earlier brochures that Avon came out with, starting in the late 1800s into the early 1900s and now in the mid 20th century. They're producing some of the same products. So these were all things that people needed and wanted back then, mothicide, liquid shoe white, liquid spots out, powder cleanser. So those must have been, popular items back then. Okay, and here is the Avon guarantee, nationally advertised, federal tax table. The friendly Avon representative in your community is, and then of course you would have the Avon rep's name written there. And I'm guessing that the Avon rep, I don't know. I know there was a time when they probably did not give these brochures out to customers. The Avon lady would just carry the brochure around with her and show the customers because they were probably expensive to produce. I don't know when they started passing them out to customers. I don't know, really. Okay, so now we have reached the end of this catalog, and I hope you have enjoyed this presentation. I hope you found it interesting and educational if you like this kind of thing. Thank you for watching.